Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome day today. Here are some of the setups that I found. First, Mobox. Mobox recently listed on Binance, that's why it spiked so heavily. And here it made a pretty nice support. It looks like it's going down right now a little bit. So I have marked the zone already, just in case it catches my eye. Once it gets down here, I will try to enter this trade. Then next up we have Zoom. So the Zoom was also performing really well. You can see here the trend over the last month, and now it's pulling back. I've marked a zone also here. It's not like the best zone that you can imagine. It had a very small retest. It didn't fully retest it, so it's probably still valid, but it is less dominant than, for example, this zone right here. Nevertheless, it's a really good coin. It's really bullish also, so really worth it to take the gamble here. But it has to come into the zone. Currently, it is still hovering above it. It could perhaps make a low here, another one, but we'll have to see about that. The third one is S-Fund. So S-Fund is a seeding website, and most of the NFT or the blockchain games, they do some sort of IDO at S-Fund, and what you need to join or to participate in these IDOs are a certain amount of S-Funds. So that's a little bit how they have grown their platform over time. So it's a very stable token, I would say. And this pullback here is, well, it's not that aggressive, but I do really like this area here. You can see it's forming a triangle in this uptrend, and usually these are the strongest. So the area is of course marked at the last red candle before taking off, and as soon as it comes back here, I expect a very strong bounce. So I will be keeping an eye out for this one. The last one is Moon Nation. And here I identified two zones. First, I saw this initial zone here. So you can see this very steep increase, and here is like a small zone where it consolidated and then really took off. And then here is another zone. You can see that like in the entire uptrend, you see these two zones, and these will be very significant when price comes there. So as you can see here, the first time it dipped, it touched the zone and then it shot back up. So it was a nice entry, but again, once it is already touched, it is not virgin anymore, and you shouldn't be entering it again, because the next time it will probably break down. Now, somehow price stalled here, okay, and then it shot back up, and it did so quite significantly with about a 30% increase. Now, this zone here, so the last red candle before that entire move started, is also a influential zone. So the next time that price comes back there, it might have a reaction. It is not as strong as, for example, this zone here, because it just, it's a bigger move than this one. This looks kind of insecure, it's not really a move like this, but still it is worth a try to enter here, especially since if you can get a really low risk here. And I have already entered. So let's look at the lower time frames. I entered around here in this candle. You can probably still see my buy at 10.34. So that was roughly here or here. And I entered for 6,500 euros, which equals to roughly $7,500. So my risk here is roughly 3%. Here's my stop loss, the red line. So the red line lays a little below the zone. See kind of some room here. And the biggest resistance that I see here is the neckline of the HNS, head and shoulders. There is another resistance on the lower time frame. Usually you have the last significant high or the last swing high, which is this one. And there's another high here. But I don't really see these resistances as very significant. So I'm not planning to sell anything here. I will have a look at how price reacts when it comes here. And I will continue to monitor it along the way. I'm not sure if it will reach this. I mean, this range is not that significant or that strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if it just maybe just breaks this resistance a little bit, spikes, and then continues to go down. So I'll check back in when there is more information. Okay, I'm back again with the final update. I have some sad news. Unfortunately, MNG didn't hold support and it broke down. So just to draw the support again, right here. So this morning it looked quite okay, so it went up for a bit. And after that, it just smashed down. So something that was really weird was how slow it went up here and the low volume. And I was also really confused because when I looked at the wallet transactions, it said that I had bought 120,000 of the MNG tokens. But then when I looked at the amount that I actually got in my account, it was like 105, 107, something like that. So I was really wondering what happened there. And when I looked in the in BSC scan, I saw that there were some tokens burned while doing the transaction. And well, I went to their website, and what they stated there is that every transaction gets applied a fee of 10%. So that basically means that just by entering that trade, I would have already lost 20%. So the trade had to go here for me to break even, actually. So yeah, I didn't know that the transaction fees could be that high. I knew there were some transaction fees involved at some point, but not this high. So yeah, that was not really smart of me to do that. And I think I learned a lesson there, and I hope you will not make the same mistake as I did. So all in all, I already deposited the leftover funds in my account, and it came down to 5,185 euros. So this morning I withdrew 6,500. I just deposited 5,158, and now the so if you sum up with the leftover that was in my bank, then my new balance is at 6,900 35. So that's a loss of 1,342 euros. Very, very up, if you ask me. But yeah, not much that we can do about it. 16% loss. I mean, it was not because of my trading necessarily. I just had to read more on the nuances of the contract itself. But yeah, that's part of it, I guess. And something that I will definitely take a closer look at in the future. So yeah, I'll just see you at the next trade and hope that one will go a lot better.